don't normally have to pay that much. But like she said, the online classes as well are very expensive. So if they're just taking even just an English class that's online, they're automatically paying that extra fee as well. So, but all the other, from my point of view, I think it's a great deal.
That's actually interesting, because that was always the misconception that, well, this is just for STEM and non-STEM. So when we started pulling sample bills, I pulled one for an education major who took 2 education courses one semester, 6 credit hours. And both the classes were web. Okay? Now, that student paid way more than the STEM student who took the same amount of hours, because the web-based fee is more than the STEM lab fee. It's 75 and 90 is the breakdown. But a lot of students ask the question, well, is that what effectively is happening here? Is that the students who don't pay for lab fees are paying for those who don't? Well, it's all over the place. I'll give you an example. There are some students who don't need to make a payment plan, okay? But they may be education majors with very little STEM courses. That fee is going away. You could say, are you distributing that to the students who don't have to pay to make a payment plan? And then there are the students who are going to graduate right here, and they have to pay a graduation fee. And there are the students who say, well, I'm not graduating yet, or I may not from here. Are you distributing that fee to me? And then you have the STEM courses, but then you think every single student has to take a STEM course. They have to take at least 8 hours of STEM courses. So when we look at it, and you look at the nursing students, our nursing cohorts run now of 18 students. And if you were to take their fees and distribute it out over the 1,200 plus students that we have, then you're talking like 80 some cents. Okay, so what we're seeing here is we're not trying to find an average so that everybody is picking up a little bit of everything. We're realizing that the fees, the various fees outside of the general fees that we have, apply to such a diverse group of students that everybody at the end of the day could say, well, I'm giving up this fee, and I'm giving up this one, and I'm giving up this one, despite what major you do.
And I just want to, again, just briefly mention the issue of business-related fees. Those aren't going away. Now, if there's a charge for a setup fee for an external charge that we have for setting up a payment plan, that would be a business fee. So we just need to make sure that that's really clear what the pot is, business-related versus all these fees that we're just talking about. And that's why I tried to spell those out in those slides for which ones we consider to be business charges that really, there's a good reason for them. But it's only going to apply to very few if you're taking advantage of, or if you're bouncing checks, right? Certain options that you have.
So if I could sum this up, the real driving force behind going to this single rate is simplicity. Being able to go out and tell somebody, you multiply the number of credit hours you're going to take times the number, and that's what your cost is going to be. You don't have to multiply the number of credit hours times a tuition rate, and then spend half a day trying to figure out what the rest of your fees are going to be so you know what your total bills are going to be.
But then after that, making sure that you aren't taking a class that has a course-specific fund, and then adding that.
Right. But that's going to be, there's going to be a lot less of that, and since you're only talking about maybe one fee, it's not going to make a huge difference, because the total fees in terms of the total cost, I mean, it's a significant number.
Yeah, it is. If you look for a full-time student, the breakdown is about $1,300 to $600 tuition to fees, meaning that 13 of it is about tuition and about 600 of it and $62 are fees. So it is a big difference.
Yeah.
It's about 46%.
Yeah. So I think that's the real driving force here. And I don't think we want to get this. Well, and then I think that the law then is really a way to try to encourage some behavior changes that will align us better with what the state goals are for higher education. So that's it. But in any case, what we're trying to do here has nothing to do whatsoever with the actual level of tuition and fees and how that relates to our budget. That's a separate issue and a separate item. And one thing you said there earlier is, you know, we could drop tuition. The regents can vote to do whatever they want with tuition. I think that is accurate legally, but I don't think it's accurate with respect to the job we have as regents, and that is to make sure that the institution is properly funded. And I think that's really the decision-making issue that we have with setting the level of tuition. And I think we have to, as regents, we have to take that very seriously, and we have to make sure that whatever we do here in this budget, we make sure that we fund the institution properly. And going in, I mean, I kind of refer to it as a smoke and mirrors budget. We don't need to be doing that and then trying to figure out later on down the road how we're going to make everything line up. I mean, you know, I think we need to make sure that whatever we have in this budget, the numbers, the expense side and the revenue side are based on reasonable expectations that can happen. So I know unforeseen things happen, and we don't know what those may be, but we want to make sure that going into this, that, you know, if all the assumptions work out that they're supposed to, we will generate this kind of revenue and this kind of expense.
I think for the student who needs to manage or borrow money or control their debt, I think it's clearly stated as to how much they can do. I think that part of the byproduct of being able to predict more what the cost would be will benefit that student by knowing exactly how much they will have to spend.